Okay, so this is my attempt at sharing some time with you because, as you know, at the moment it's a challenge for us all to be together in the same space. So we're going to start as we always do. We're going to lie back on our mats. We're going to have our hands on our tummy, the legs bent. One hand on the tummy, one hand at the heart. Close your eyes. And just allow your breath to settle. And perhaps using this little mantra today, so this repetition of words, silently to yourself, I am here now. So allowing the upper back to spread and melt into the mat. The weight of the head supported by the floor. The back of the hips heavy. Notice the soles of your feet spreading, widening, toes soft and long. As you continue to breathe in and breathe out. So remembering that little mantra today, bring it into your practice, into your time with me anytime you'd like to. I am here now. So begin by letting the legs out, sweeping the arms up and overhead as you breathe in. Let's just hold the breath for a second or two longer. Then we'll use that audible sigh as we let the breath go. We have two more of those. Breathe in, open and lengthen. Exhale, release. One more, breathe in and breathe out. Take a moment to bring your knees onto your chest, hands on the backs of the thighs or around the shins, a little rock from side to side. As you begin to reconnect with the back against your mat, coming to the centre there. And as you relax, release one foot down, leg bent, then the other. Then interlink the hands behind the head, and we're going to just do alternate elbow to knee. And you can start in this modified position if you wish, or you can go into the full movement, which is one leg bent, one leg straight. Okay, so we're going to use the hands to lift the head up, press the head lightly back into the hands the whole time, so you've got that nice little gap between your chin and your chest. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, left elbow towards right knee. Breathe into the centre, exhale, right elbow, left knee. It's as simple as that. The whole time you're moving, you're going to try and keep your shoulders up off the mat. Obviously, if you need to work more gently, then you can lay down in between sides. So let's just keep it going. Opposite elbow to opposite knee. If you can keep the elbows open, that would be good. You get a little bit more twist, which is good for your immune system at the moment. So double whammy there, good. Strong abs, good immune system. Now we're going to think front of the shoulder to the knee, rather than elbow to the knee. Let's do another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pop yourself down, stretch out, breathe in. Audible sigh through the mouth. And come back to that semi-supine, so lying down, legs bent. One hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. Head heavy. And go back to those few little words. I am here now. So while we're on the floor, we do a little bit of bridge work. So feet about hip width, and try not to jam your heels into the back of your bum here, into your right arm, because that's kind of probably not doable anyway, but comfortable space, but enough so that as you lift, of course, you're looking for a straightish line here, rather than here. Good, arms by your side. We're going to use the hands to support, so we're going to breathe in, rolling up through the spine. And then melt the chest. As you roll back down on the exhalation. So breathing in as you come up. Melt the chest. Rolling down on the exhalation. 3 more, breathe in. And breathe out. Really work with that chest melt. Come up as you breathe in. Good. Last one. Good. Take a breath on the floor. Bring your legs ready to breathe in after that breath. We're going to come up to that diagonal line, more of a Pilates bridge position. For that nice little marching, which we can do a little bit challenging. So you're going to firm up through the glutes. You're going to firm up through the navel centre and also the kind of rib cage, idea of the rib cage being kind of wrapped in on the body. We're going to do tabletop with the right leg, so this is tabletop. We're going to tap up and down for another 10. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7. Watch the hips. You can have your hands there if it helps. 4, 3, level hips. 2, 1. Tap the foot down. Stay up if you can. Otherwise, just roll down and then come back up. So you're adjusting the hips before you go to the other side. Nice and level. Good. Releasing left leg to tabletop. That's where the hips likely to kind of bow down. So firm up, especially through the right foot and the right glutes here. Good. Here we go. Tap the 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Well done. Foot down. Slowly roll down. And give the knees a little bit of a hug. And a little rock from side to side. Well done. So return to the centre of your mat. We're going to come up. So we're sitting. Arms extended, legs extended. So shoulders up, back and down. We just walk the hands forwards with a flat back. So folding from the hip creases as you slowly come down over your legs. If you can do your best to avoid bringing your shoulders with you. So think shoulder blades on the back. Take a few breaths wherever you are, breathing in. Exhale, so you can go a little further forwards and down. Looking for that sort of slight, I'd say pulling, but it's that kind of sensation on the back of the legs, rather than too uncomfortable. Breathe in, come all the way up this time, and as you breathe out, bend the legs, hold onto the back of the thighs. We're going to roll back down again. Okay, so we're going to come up and down between this place and where we were a moment ago. So we're going to breathe in, take the arms up. Watch the ribs here, so draw them in as you breathe out. Try and find the backs of the legs with your hands so you can come up. Breathing in, nice and tall. Exhale over your bent legs. Breathing in again. Exhale as you round. Good. Breathe in. Reach. Exhale over. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Full posture. Work with me if you like to. Legs straight. Breathe in. Arms up. Reach towards the ceiling. Sit up. Exhale as you come forwards. Breathe in. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Breathing in. Still breathing in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So 2 more of whatever you're working with. Breathe in, out, breathe in, out, and again. Breathe in, moving up my mat. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and out. So we're going to do 1 more, but stay up, okay? Breathe in, come all the way up, and exhale, stay forwards over your legs. Take a moment here. Just release that flesh from the sitting bones, lean side to side, just to kind of ping it out. We can manually do it, it's fine. Good. Again, just notice the sensation on the back of the legs. That might have shifted, it might have softened, or become less obvious. Take a breath in. Exhale forwards and down. Relax. Then breathe in to prepare. Exhale to come up. Bending the legs, open the knees, soles of the feet together as best you can. If this doesn't work for you, legs in a wide V shape is fine. Hands behind you. just to support the posture here. Lift the chest. Just take a moment, maybe coming onto the palms of the hands. Try to avoid leaning back too much. We want the spine nice and upright if possible. And a little flutter of those knees. Then go back to your mantra, so close your eyes and find your words, I am here now. Allow the legs to find stillness and come back to your breath. Good. So opening your eyes if they were closed, we're going to cross the right ankle in front of the left. The hands at the heart centre. So if some of you will go into this easy pose and just spin round with one leg's folded in front of the other, but we want the ankles crossed here. So let's have right ankle in front of left, hands at the heart centre. So we're going to breathe in, come forwards and up. Exhale, hands to the heart, just leaning back a little bit. Let's just keep the underneath heel on the floor to begin with. Okay, so breathe in and breathe out. So continue that way or breathe in. Breathe out with that lead, maybe lifting the heels, try not to collapse here. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. So we're going to hold here. Remember, you can keep one heel down, it's fine. We're going to separate the feet and release them from the floor, shoulders up, back and down. Bring the edges of the big toes together. So we're going to breathe in till your arms are straight, legs are straight. Exhale, use your hands to draw your knees back and bring your chest forwards between the legs-ish. Breathe in and breathe out. A nice, good tempo here. In, maybe, if that works for you. Okay, another 10. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's have a go. Holding, legs bent, feet flexed, shoulders up, back and down. Then pop your feet down. Again, hands on the backs of the legs or arms forwards, round down to your mat. Legs out, arms up, breathe in. Exhale through the mouth. Return to semi-supine, legs bent, feet flat on the floor, but this time allow your knees to come together. So you're tenting your knees, walk your feet a bit wider. Hands back on the body. That might be a spontaneous movement, so don't worry which hand's at the bottom, which hand's at the top, or if they're together. Bring your breath back into the nose when you can. And find your words, I am here now. Well done. So releasing your hands, separating the knees, take a moment to come up. So we're on all fours. Spreading the fingers, I like to do that little finger roll sometimes, so coming onto the outside edge of your little fingers, rolling and opening, stretching through the hands. Wrists under shoulders, knees more or less under hips, and avoiding that kind of collapse down here. So navel to spine, stabilise that rib cage, just draw it in towards itself. Good. So we're just going to move in and out of this posture, so cat pose. We're going to breathe in. Breathe out round, but then round to downward dog, legs bent-ish. Breathe in knees. Breathe out bent-ish, leg downward dog. If you fancy releasing the heels, it's okay. You know it's more straight legs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Let's do one more. Breathe in, and we'll hold downward dog. So take yourself to your downward dog. Remember, this is you, so make it kind of fit you, make it feel right for you, like the perfect glove fits your hand. Okay, so just find and wiggle, do what you'd like to do in the pose. And just be wary of the kind of rib cage kind of splaying open. So a little bit of awareness, navel to spine, rib cage kind of drawn in like a boot being laced up or a shoe being laced up. And then when you're ready, you're going to look forwards to that space between your hands, because that's where your feet are going to end up-ish. And you can do that with little baby steps, legs bent. You can maybe step a bit more widely, or you can lightly hop, landing quietly. Come up halfway, hands on the floor or on the shins. Exhale as you fold. Do that twice more, come up halfway, breathe in. Exhale as you fold. Final time, breathe in. We're going to stay in our forward fold this time. So as you come down, and it's tricky when you're watching the screen, but we're aiming to have the crown of the head facing the floor. So if your eyes were open, you'd be looking back at your legs or between your legs. So we're going to be here for a few breaths, so you don't need to kind of look up at all or anything, just for the moment. And either arms just hanging from the shoulders, maybe backs of the hands on the floor, or perhaps you're going to move to opposite hand to opposite elbow. Or just allow the hips to sway and the knees to soften. And anything you don't need is just going to come all out of the crown of your head. That raw water out of the tap, you're just going to let it go. And then the ground beneath you is going to take it, neutralise it. There's no need to worry about whatever it is anymore. Good. So we're going to roll up to standing. So again, just let the arms hang as if they're kind of heavy pieces of rope just hanging from your shoulders. Firm up through your feet. Take a breath in. Now as you breathe out, think as if you're trying to push your heels down into the earth beneath the floor to start to come up. And the tummy muscles are going to help. So you're rolling up and you're using your front spine rather than your back spine to bring you up to standing. And you're going to finish with the shoulders rolling up, back and down. Good. So we're going to use a little bit of a vinyasa now. So coming to the front of your mat, the short end. This is a little sequence we're going to use. Most of you, if you've shared your time with me before, have done this many times. And it's a vinyasa is a sequence of yoga postures that you kind of combine together into a flow. So it's one after the other, after the other, after the other. So that's what we're going to work with now. So close your eyes and adjust your feet without looking down. So that's going to help you get them into the right place for you. So try and avoid thinking they need to be hip width or turned in, turned out, whatever. They just get them right. Hands together at your heart center. Good. Just drawing the navel and the ribcage in. Try and get the hip points to face a little bit more forwards as you breathe in, arms out and up. Looking up if it's okay. Exhale as you dive, legs bent or straight, hands to the shins or the floor. Come up halfway, breathe in. Exhale, you're folding to bring the hands down, palms on the floor, so you might need to bend your legs. Step back, downward dog. Straight away, we're going to breathe in, so we're coming to a brief plank, then everyone knees down, untuck your toes. Still breathing in. This is this little rewind, if you like, isn't it? The reverse. So thighs, pubic bone and hips to cobra. So you may find that you need to come much lower than me. Absolutely okay, because don't forget it's your cobra, not mine. Then you'll exhale, hands and knees, tuck your toes, downward dog. Let's do that again. So breathe in, plank, knees down, untuck toes. Still breathing in, thighs, pubic bone, hips, belly, maybe rib cage, maybe tiny bit of chest. Exhale, hands and knees, down, down. One more. Breathe in. Still breathing in. Good. Exhale, downward dog. Now this time, we're going to come forwards into plank, tap the knees down on top of the toes, and come all the way down, finishing with the head stacked on the hands, which is stacked on each other under your forehead. Now you can release the weight of your head into your hands and allow the body to melt down into the floor. So we're going to work with Cobra. So readjusting your hands, so they're just forward of your shoulders, elbows pinned in towards the ribs, legs in a tiny V shape, and try and get all of your toes on your mat. So that you're really engaging. I have a sneaky look. I try and line up my heel at the back of my knee, and obviously then it's in line with the sitting bone-ish. So you can have a go at that, so as long as it feels okay. Now we're going to lift the head just in line with the spine, so the neck's lined up with the rest of your spine. The inhalation, you're going to roll your shoulders to your ears, and then you're going to come up in that position. As you breathe out, you're going to release the shoulders back and down, but stay up in Bhujangasana, Cobra Pose. You take another breath in here, and then you'll exhale slowly all the way down, forehead touches down this time. Relax as soon as your head hits, or not hits, gently releases onto the mat. Good, same movement again. Lift the head, then breathe in, shoulders come up with you. Stay up as you relax the shoulders down and away from the ears. Breathe in, up, exhale down. As soon as your head's on your mat, be really aware of the whole weight of your head supported by the floor. One more of those. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathing out. Good. From there, again, stack your hands one on top of the other underneath your forehead. Bend the legs. I've just got my head up so I'm not talking into the floor. And just windscreen wiper the feet from side to side, the legs from side to side. And once more, release the legs softly into the floor. Become aware of the weight of your body supported by the floor. As you continue to breathe in and out. And your comfort blanket. Good. So we're coming back to downward dog. So reposition the hands. We're going to press up through hands and knees. So I'll show you the alternative in a moment. So this is the more supported version. Hands and knees, downward dog. If you'd like to go with a bit more oomphiness, tuck your toes, press up through plank, and then make your way, keeping the ribs in check, and the navel towards the spine. So we all meet together in downward dog. Good. Well done. So going back to moving from downward dog to the front of the mat, we're just going to step forwards. So make your way forwards, one step or 100 steps as you breathe in. Come up halfway, still breathing in. Exhale, hands back to the mat. Walk or step back to downward dog. Okay, and again, make your way to the front of your mat, breathing in halfway up. Exhale, back to downward dog. And just check your feet, see if you're always stepping one foot first. And change if you can. So you may find you always step forwards with one foot, and then you always step backwards with one foot. Good. So a couple more times. Last one, and then we'll finish in downward dog. Good. Spread your fingers. And let's lift the heels really high in the in-breath. Exhale, bending the knees. So this kind of not hovering, but they're a little bit lower. We're just going to swing the knees to the right, firming up especially through that left hand here. It's quite easy to collapse down there. And then we'll swing the knees to the left, firming up through the right hand. And again, once more to the right with the knees. Nice release on the sideways there. And over to the left. Come back to the centre. Good. So we're going to go back to that same movement. You're going to have the option to jump rather than step. Okay, so either continue stepping, maybe speed it up a bit, or a little hop, up halfway. Then if you're jumping to downward dog, land with bent knees, firm up through the navel before extending into the posture. Okay, so let's go. Breathe in, and back to downward dog in the exhalation. Breathe in, forwards, breathe out, downward dog. And again, breathe in, breathe out. Nice soft landing, breathe in. Last one, breathe out. Good. In through the nose and downward dog. Out through the mouth. Then walk, step, or hop if you're not fed up with hopping to the front of the mat. Good. Firming up through the feet, through the belly. Drive down through the heels. Breathe in, exhale, anchor to standing. Shoulders up, back and down. Hands together at the heart centre. It's a bit of a challenge doing talking, but never mind. Okay, so we're going to add on to that. So we've been working with mountain pose, chair pose, the forward fold, back to downward dog, stepping, chair, and mountain pose. Alright, effectively a variation of a burpee, so a yoga burpee. So the first one will work nice and slowly together. So shoulders up, back and down. Just remember when you're squatting, you want the hips back, again as if you're slam the door with your bum rather than spinning to upright and your knees poking forwards. So think hips back so you've got that nice line here, knees to ankles. Okay, so we breathe into our chair pose. Exhale, hands to the floor, make your way to downward dog. We're breathing forwards and chair pose. We exhale, stand up. Drive down through your heels. Good. Let's go. Chair, breathe in. Exhale, fold, downward dog. Breathe in, forwards, chair. Exhale, up. Good. And again. Chair, forward fold, downward dog. Forward fold, chair. Mountain pose. And again. Here we go. Two more. Stay tall in mountain pose. Hands on the heart this time. You might feel you need to breathe through your mouth. To be expected. Your heart's probably working quite hard now, which is brilliant. I would say appreciate that, that's a good thing. Shoulders up, back and down. Well done. So we're going to step wide on the mat. So as long as you can see me, if you step nice and wide, nice little check, wrists more or less over ankles. We're going to open the knees. So you've got a little bit of an idea of sort of slamming that door shut with the bottom, but more upright. Try and avoid rolling in, shave from the side. You can be here and not be aware that you're here, not good for your knees. And you can also kind of sort of be here, so still the knees. So we want to think knees in line and just take your hips back a bit. Good. We're going to work with warrior two. This is warrior two. And malasana, squat pose. Goddess squat. This is goddess squat. So hands at the heart center. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, turn out your right foot towards the short end of your mat. Switch on the ball of that left foot, so the back heel, that left heel is pointing to the back corner of the mat. Press your palms away and look to the tips of your right fingers. Breathing back where you came from. Well, I think I might have just reversed the breath, but never mind. Exhale to the other side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good. We're going to hold warrior two on the other side. Breathe in. Now, as you breathe out this time, reposition the palms so they're facing down. Let's roll the shoulders up, back and down here. Turning your head to look at the middle finger of your right hand. So the back leg, your left leg, really wants to firm up here. So maybe bend it a little bit. And press down through the foot to straighten. Also the left glute, a little squeeze on that. A couple of times. Good, we're going to come back to malasana, goddess squat at the centre. Maybe a little sway from side to side if you fancy it. And then we're going to turn out the left toes. So left toes turn out. That leg stays bent. Back foot, as most of you know, extends back so you've got a little angle. We're going to press the palms away and then open so the palms face the floor. Shoulders up, back and down. We're turning the head to look at the middle finger of the left hand. As we do that little soften through the back leg, firm up through the back foot kind of technique, try and keep this left leg in place, exactly where it is. Good, and back to goddess squat as you breathe in. Good, so we're going to heel toe the feet a little closer, and then interlink the hands behind us. I'll just turn sideways on so you can see that. Good, we're going to bow down, let the spine just hang. So you're thinking of the spine like the arms were before, heavy pieces of rope from the hips. Just keeping the hands resting on the back for now. We'll roll the shoulders here, towards the ears, back and away from the ears. And at that point, you might want to straighten your right leg and kind of just lean over to that bent left leg. And maybe change to the other side. Then come back to the centre and see if you want to straighten your legs a little bit more. or maybe all the way. And then you've got the option to allow the arms to float. Now, if you start to lift the arms, you've got a basket shape with your hands, but they're open. Palms are facing towards you. Roll your shoulders up to your ears, back and down, and then allow the arms to float up. Make it over. Soften the elbows up. Sometimes can make it feel a little bit different, so you can play with that as long as it's okay for you. Good. Good, now just let the hands slide apart, so your arms are just going to float, almost like slow motion, out to the sides and down towards the feet. They don't have to touch the feet. You're going to look to your right foot, so you're going to turn it out towards the short end of your mat. Bring your hands either side and then step back to down dog. Take a breath in, lift the heels really high and slowly, 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 slowly touch your knees down. Untuck your toes. Tilt the sitting bones, the tailbone up as you sit back on your heels. Extended child's pose. We'll just walk the hands over to the right a little bit. So you can tense your fingers, in other words, come onto the tips of your fingers and your thumb. Or you can stack your left hand on top of your right. That's quite a nice one to do. Maybe allow the hips to slide a bit more to the left. And take your breath. Really feel your breath coming into that left rib cage, in that left lung, the left side waist. And anywhere else it wants to go, really. Good. And slowly breathing in through centre, exhaling around to the left. So you can tap the fingers, that's quite nice. Or you can stack the right hand on top of the left. Maybe sliding the hips a little bit more over to the right. Allow your breath to just ease a little bit in the nose. And then walking yourself back to centre. Take a breath with your arms by your ears, that's extended child's pose. And then we're going to go to child's pose, your full expression of that pose. So remember, it's you making that pose, so it needs to fit you, like I mentioned earlier about downward dog. So if you need to support your hands, your head, sorry, on your hands, you can make two fists and stack them, one on top of the other on your forehead. You can rest your head in your hands, so your chin is in your hands or your forehead in your hands, which is lovely, by the way, very nurturing, that position. Or you can go into the full posture, forehead to the floor, arms sweep either side of your legs. Wherever you are, relax and take your breath. And come back to your little mantra here. I am here now. And then without disturbing yourself too much, make your way back down onto your mat. If you've got warm things nearby, you'd like to pop them on, maybe a blanket, pillow, duvet, dressing gown, that's allowed in Shavasana. We're just lying down and doing nothing, so go for it. We're going to lay ourselves back down on the mat. So as soon as you touch down on the floor, your hands again may spontaneously arrive on your body, or they may just be happy to be relaxed on the floor, palms facing up, a little bit away from the body itself. So your legs are in a nice V shape. If you just take them a tiny bit wider, just remember, if that's not comfortable for you, you can have your legs bent and tense your knees again, like we did earlier, which is much more relaxing for the low back. Take a moment to have a little adjustment. If you need to, maybe your clothes be twisted or you've got an itchy nose. And then once again, come back to the contact your body is making on your mat. And for the next few breaths, repeat silently to yourself as you breathe in or out.